as Tottenham kick off pre-season with a 5-1 win against Hearts. And our second friendly just round the corner against QPR. It looks like Tottenham are making some progress in the transfer window. Firstly, Tottenham are keen to hijack Fulham for Manchester United and Scotland midfielder Scott McTominay. Tottenham are yet again interested in Conor Gallagher. Tottenham are fighting it out with West Ham to sign the Brentford and England striker Ivan Toney. Tottenham have got their eyes peeled on the Crystal Palace midfielder EZE. And Tottenham want to sign the Italy and Juventus midfielder Federico Chiesa. Guys, welcome back to another video on the channel, and today welcome to another transfer video. Of course, this is the first transfer video in a while. It's the first Spurs transfer news since the signing of Archie Gray. I mean, to be honest, ever since that Archie Gray signing, not a lot's really happened, but in the last 24 hours or so, there has actually been a bit of transfer news, mostly potential incomings, I should say, to be honest. But yeah, make sure to smash like, subscribe, and let's get into the video. Anyway, so let's get into the video, and of course, I'll shout out to Last Word on Spurs, who I found like most of these reports and stuff, and yeah. So first of all, Last Word on Spurs put on Twitter, according to The Sun, Tottenham Hotspur are now keen to hijack Fulham's 40 million move for the Manchester United midfielder Scott McTominay. Spurs are eyeing McTominay after the club's failure to secure the service of Conor Gallagher. But yeah, I mean, Scott McTominay, obviously, we all know what he did for Scotland during the qualifiers for Euro 2024. Scored a lot of goals and was arguably Scotland's best player. For club Manchester United, again, very key player. I mean, I think McTominay's a very good player. I think he could get into our team, if I have to be honest. It would be quite tough though, because McTominay, he's up there alongside with Mainoo as one of United's best midfielders, but it'll be tough for him to get ahead of Basuma and Sarr. But I mean, for me, I mean, maybe Fulham might be a preferable. Yeah, I think Fulham would be a. Oh my god. I think Fulham would be a preferable destination for McTominay. I think he might get more minutes there than us. But yeah, but I mean, I would take McTominay. But yeah. Okay, and so we're now going to talk about Conor Gallagher. And according to Matt Law, Atletico Madrid have held more talks over Conor Gallagher in the last few days, and have so far shown more interest than Tottenham. Obviously, we have been interested in Gallagher for a very long time, but we're not. It's a standstill, to be honest. I mean, I do remember saying that, oh no, don't sign Gallagher, it would be a terrible signing, but I do take that back 100%. Gallagher, he is one of the best players at Chelsea. I mean, yeah, for England, he isn't great. We saw that in the Euros, he wasn't really too great. But when he puts on the Chelsea shirt, I think he is a different player. And yeah, I mean, I mean, with Atletico Madrid, talking to Gallagher, or not to Gallagher, but like to his his agent and stuff. It kind of indicates to Spurs now and to Daniel Levy that we have a little competitor to try and buy Gallagher, and of course that competitor is Atletico Madrid. And at the moment, Atletico Madrid are a step ahead of us, because obviously they are talking to Gallagher, making moves. They want to sign him, whilst us on the other hand, we're just at a standstill and not really doing anything. But yeah, but overall, even though I said that, like in another transfer video saying, oh, Gallagher would be terrible, I said it. I mean, I said it a couple months ago. Oh, Gallagher's terrible. No. I take it back. I think he's a very good player. But yeah. Okay, then let's now move on to Ivan Toney. And according to Matt Hughes, Brentford are ready to slash their valuation for Ivan Toney to less than 50 million due to a lack of interest, leaving Tottenham and West Ham as its most likely suitors. Arsenal, Chelsea and Manchester United have all made it clear to Brentford that they have no plans to bid for the England striker. So that's kind of good news. That it means those clubs aren't interested, which is kind of good for us, because I mean, Richarlison, he just gets injured half the time, to be honest, and Sonny, I just would prefer him on the left, in my opinion. And I think, I mean, like I just said, that is just the main problem with Richarlison is he just gets injured half the time. And Ivan Toney, I think, would be a perfect replacement. I think maybe someone like him, maybe Santiago Jimenez as well from Feyenoord. I mean, I'd love to sign him considering the season he's just had with Feyenoord. I mean, he's one of Feyenoord's best players anyway, to be honest. But Toney, you know, I would take him 100%. But, you know, considering that they've lowered the valuation to 50 million, it's kind of good for us. It's kind of good for us because I think before Brentford wanted about 60 million for him. I mean, 50 million. I mean, if I was bidding for Toney, I'd probably bid around. I'd say I'd bid around 35 to 40 million, in my opinion. Maybe 50 is a bit too much, but I mean, as well as considering as well, he was banned for 8 months because of betting. 50 million, maybe it might be a bit of a stretch, but I would happily take Ivan Toney at Tottenham. I think he's a very good player, scores lots of goals, and yeah. Okay, then now let's talk about EZE, and according to Sky Sports News, Crystal Palace attacking midfielder EZE has been watched closely by many top clubs, but there is no sign yet of an immediate bid for the winger. And I mean, I have seen lots of articles about Eze and Tottenham. Eze is a top priority for Spurs. A lot of Spurs fans, myself included, I want us to sign Eze. I think Eze is a fantastic player. He is way too good for Crystal Palace, and I think he deserves a big money move to a team like, you know, a Tottenham, a Manchester United, maybe even a Newcastle, or maybe, you know, I don't know, maybe a team like, maybe Borussia Dortmund, for example. I mean, Michael Olise has gone to Bayern Munich. I think Eze, he's absolutely world class. You know, he's way too good for Palace. I think he needs to go to a bigger team. I'm not gonna lie. I know Palace fans will obviously love to keep Eze. You know, they know he's their best player, and I mean, other fans, not just Palace fans, know that he is absolutely world class. But if we sign Eze this summer, I would be over the moon because I think it's a fantastic player. You know, one of Palace's best players, did well. I think when England played Bosnia in that first friendly before the Euros, I think he played very well in that game. I think he came on in one of the games during the Euros, and I thought it was actually all right when he came on. But no, there isn't really no sign of a bid at the moment. I think there are just a lot of clubs, Premier League clubs, it looks like they're on that interested at the moment. But if we can get Eze's signature, I would be a very happy boy. Okay, then, and the final player I'm going to talk about in this video is the Juventus player Federico Chiesa. Now, I think I did see during the Euros from a Juventus fan I follow on TikTok, because he shared Fabrizio Romano's post that Chiesa, I think, is actually leaving Juventus, and I'm sure the Juve fans will be gutted about that. And according to Court Offside, Tottenham want to sign Federico Chiesa and have matched the $6 million a year contract offer he has on the table from his current club Juventus. Spurs are keen on Chiesa and amid doubts over Richarlison's future. Of course, there has been a lot of reports about Richarlison potentially going to Saudi Arabia, but Richarlison apparently came out and said, I want to stay at Tottenham, I don't want to go to Saudi and stuff. Yeah, but for me, I would take Chiesa 100%. And again, like I said, I think Chiesa is a very, very good player. I mean, I don't know why Chiesa's leaving Juventus, and I'm sure, like I said, the Juve fans will be gutted that he's leaving, because, you know, he's probably up there. He's one of their good players. But, you know, I mean, I think we all remember when Chiesa cooked in Euro 2020 for Italy. Of course, he was part of the Italy team that won the Euros and that, etc. I think Juve won Coppa Italia last season, I think. Did they win it last year? I think they did. Let me double check. I think they won it. Yeah, they did. Of course, Chiesa was part of the Juve squad that won the Coppa Italia as well. I mean, overall, I think Chiesa is a very good player. And, I mean, considering apparently we've already matched the $6 million a year contract, it's going in the right direction. Again, if we can get Chiesa's signature, like I said about Eze, I'll be a very happy boy. And yeah, but overall, I think he's a good player, and I would take him at Tottenham 100%. But yeah, anyway guys, thanks for watching. Smash the like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.